Ungar here, CEO of JPMA Financial. We're here today with Peter Von Elton. How are you today, Peter?
Fine, Carla. How are you?
Good, very well. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Peter's with CVM Law, and he's here to share some information with you all, as I've been getting many emails and calls about a term short sale that I'm sure many of you have been hearing about. So, Peter, what exactly is a short sale?
Well, Carla, a short sale is a phrase that has recently come into fashion in the real estate business. It is simply a situation where a residential or commercial property owner finds himself involved in a property where the value of the property is decreased to a point below that of the principal that's due on the loan. And that's why they call it a short sale. And it's got tremendous meaning and significance in this recession, which is the worst that we've seen in our lifetime. And it's something that a borrower/owner really has to be conscious of and examine as an alternative to foreclosure or some other sort of workout mechanism with a lender.
So in the short sale context of short sale, what should real estate owners, both commercial and residential, be aware of throughout the process?
Well, Carla, there are a lot of pitfalls in the short sale process, particularly an owner. And again, owner, when I use owner, I'll mean borrower as well, because they are one and the same. But an owner needs to be very aware, both residentially and commercially, of the pitfalls that they can find themselves in not getting the proper counseling up front, whether it's legal, tax, or both. The short sale is a mechanism that often finds an owner, after having gone through a short sale, or a foreclosure for that matter, realizing that there are income tax consequences that they never imagined. And I have talked time and again to clients who say, well, what do you mean there are tax consequences? And there are. If you have debt and you're relieved from that debt, whether it's through foreclosure or through a short sale where the lender agrees to reconvey the deed of trust for less than 100% of the principal amount, that is going to have an adverse effect from a tax standpoint down the road. So that is probably the most important thing that owners have no idea is even an issue. There are guarantee issues for commercial borrowers where they personally guarantee a loan to an LLC or a corporation, and they seem to think, the owner seems to think, they can go to the lender, have the lender agree to a short sale, and not ask for anything. And that is really not something a lender has in mind. The lender's sole objective is to protect the lender. They'll do it through whatever mechanism they can. If you have an unwary owner, the lender will, I hate to say this, but will probably try to take advantage to get the best deal for themselves that they possibly can. The owner ultimately is going to be exposed on a guarantee. Even a residential owner who did not acquire the property through a purchase money loan, they're going to have some potential liability. So unless the short sale documentation is reviewed very carefully by those people that see it all the time, it's going to raise a very potential problem. Another associated problem that many owners seem to forget from time to time is that when you have junior deeds of trust, that is going to pose a problem, because you've got to not only negotiate with the first trustee owner, you've got a second trustee lender, and potentially a third, or any number of junior encumbrances, that those encumbrances all have to be brought into the fold, if you will, to work out a satisfactory short sale. So those are but a few of the problems the unwary, whether it's residential or commercial owner, is maybe not going to identify, and it's going to cause a significant problem.
So obviously it would be best to be proactive then in this situation to find out all the facets.
Absolutely, absolutely. And oftentimes when a property owner is in trouble, the last thing they want to do is talk to an attorney or a tax accountant and spend more money. But I think those monies long term are going to be well spent to identify the issue, to work on their behalf for a satisfactory resolution and help. There's no 100% win for the owner, but you can sure cut down the brain damage by identifying all of these problems up front, head on, have someone negotiate that knows what they're doing, and you're going to get as best a deal as you can.
Well, thanks. That shares the process with the short sale pretty significantly. And so how would things potentially turn out for somebody who engaged in the short sale process and negotiated a short sale?
Well, always when you have a professional involved, there's that threat that can be raised with the lender of, look folks, we need you to cooperate. We have a bad situation for our client. But recognize that if all else fails and if you don't cooperate in a short sale process, there's always Chapter 11 reorganization or Chapter 7 straight bankruptcy. And that's the last thing a lender wants to hear. So if an effective, meaningful professional can communicate to the lender, hey, we want to cooperate, but we do know what the alternatives are for our clients, and if need be, we're going to pursue the worst case scenario. We find that is, again, not 100% with the solution that a borrower or owner is looking for, but it's going to help them.
Well, and it probably, having a professional on your sides, it kind of evens the playing field a bit, per se, with the lender and then also the borrower as well.
It does. And what can you expect? All you can expect is that the person that you retain will identify truly the issues that you had not very much knowledge about and communicate to the lender what the owner is trying to accomplish and work out a resolution. Hopefully a satisfactory resolution that the lender can live with and that the owner can live with, and rid themselves of an underwater property.
Wonderful. So if somebody wanted to take action and contact you in regards to potentially looking at this evaluation for their needs, how could they get a hold of you?
Well, they can call my office, CVM Law Group, 916-381-6171. We have a website with all of the attorneys in the firm and the experience level that they have, and that is www.cvmlaw.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with
Carla,
us here
thank
today,
you.
Peter. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.